Today's video is going to be about my biggest zero waste fails. I first heard about zero waste around 2016. At that time I found one girl's blog who was practicing zero waste. And I remember that she was sharing there how she was using cloth instead of a regular toilet paper, which just seemed way too extreme for me that time. And it feels a little bit too extreme also for now. But then in 2018 I found some zero waste content creators on Instagram and I started following them. And then I guess I got influenced by them and bought some items that I actually didn't really need, and also I started to try out some DIY projects that were complete fails. And today I want to share my biggest fails. But before I begin, I want to say that even though they didn't work out for me, they may work for you. And I'm curious to know if any of you can relate with some of the fails that I'm mentioning today, or if you tried any other zero waste alternatives that were just complete fails. The first thing that comes to my mind is when I bought package-free rice, and after 2 days or so I noticed that it had a lot of bugs inside, so I had to throw it out. After that I tried buying rice in cardboard packaging, but the same thing happened. The rice had bugs, and also all the other produce that I had at home got bugs, and I had to throw lots of food out. At some point I went through my pantry every few days to check if there are any bugs, and it was really frustrating when I had to throw food away. And at some point I stopped buying rice because I was tired of throwing food out. And then I started buying it in plastic packaging, which is not ideal at all. But after that I haven't needed to throw any food out. The second fail was making my own homemade laundry detergent. I think I mixed together Marseille soap, baking soda, washing soda, and maybe there was some other ingredient also. And initially it seemed to work fine, but after a few washes I noticed that our t-shirts started to look really dirty, like it had little dirt pieces that would fall off when you shake t-shirt. I think that initially we were wondering what it is and what is causing it, and then we realized that it's this laundry detergent. So I went back to using regular eco-friendly laundry detergent that comes in plastic packaging. I have heard that some people have been using homemade laundry detergent with great success, and I think it's great that it works for them because they can save so much money and also reduce plastic this way. But unfortunately it just didn't work for me. Maybe the recipe that I used was not good, or I don't know what happened, but it just did not work. I also tried horse chestnuts that time as a laundry detergent, but I didn't use it long enough to know if it would have caused any damage to the clothes or not. And I just remember that it was rather annoying to prepare, and I just can't be bothered doing that anymore. Now I buy laundry detergent in 10-liter packaging, so we avoid buying these smaller plastic containers. I also tried Eco Egg, and I don't know how ecological it really is, because Eco Egg itself is plastic, and also these refill pellets, they come in plastic packaging, or maybe it is biodegradable, but even then I don't know how good biodegradable really is. And it didn't seem to work so well for clothes, but also maybe I filled the laundry machine too full that time. So now I'm just using it for washing the couch covers and my cat blankets, and it works fine enough for them. I really like that it doesn't have a scent. That's like the only thing that I like about it. But otherwise than that, I don't have a plan to repurchase these pellets once I have finished it. The next thing that I tried was tooth tablets. and they made my teeth really sensitive. I don't know if it was this concrete brand that caused it, or they are all like that, because I'm pretty sure that they all contain baking soda and citric acid, and that is just not so good for teeth. The next fail was also DIY project, which was homemade deodorant. I think I used coconut oil and baking soda, and perhaps there was some other ingredient also, but it was rather oily, and baking soda was really grainy, so it was very uncomfortable to use, and I think it was not very effective also. And the last biggest fail was to try using olive oil based soap as shampoo. I don't know if anyone has actually used it successfully as a shampoo, but I think that maybe I read somewhere that someone was using it as shampoo, so I had to try it out, and unfortunately it didn't work for me. It was very hard to wash my hair with it, and it also made my scalp really dry and irritated, and the hair was really hard to brush through, so it was very unpleasant. I tried it a few times, but it didn't work for my hair. I think it's great if it works for some, because this soap is certainly cheaper than shampoo. I know that there are also some people who wash their hair only with water, which I also tried, but again, the same thing happened. It was, my hair felt very dirty, and it was just very awful. I couldn't get used to it, and I had to go back to using my regular eco-friendly shampoo. But I think it's really great that some people can use only water for washing their hair, because they can save so much money, and also it's so much easier for when they go traveling. And these were my biggest zero waste mistakes that I have done over the years. I also made some small mistake purchases, like buying metal straws when I didn't really need metal straws, or buying cotton mesh bag for fruits and veggies. I really didn't need it, but I thought I needed it for some reason. Also buying coconut dish brush. It was very uncomfortable to hold it in my hands, and I didn't like using it. And also a lot of food pieces went between the bristles, so it felt rather unhygienic to use after a while. And this is it for today. I'm curious to hear if any of you have had any zero waste fails that you would like to share in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye! Oh, my teddy bear woke up. Hey, Itka. He likes to sleep in my closet lately. I think he's hungry now.